A quiet pattern is going to set in this week, warming up into the upper 70s. We are tracking our next system, though, Monday into Tuesday of next week. I'll have those details in today's web weather. Well, here's a look at that surface high pressure system right overhead this afternoon, going into this evening. That is going to contribute to those clear skies, and we're going to warm up to that ridge of high pressure off to the southwest. You can see it's a little bit warmer. That's going to be moving in throughout the week, and we do have a low pressure system off to the north, cold front, but we are calm and quiet today. We're going to continue to be that way for the rest of the week. Could see some low end drizzle, maybe some cloud cover, more cloud cover for your Thursday, but most of the day, I think most of the days this week, going to be warm and sunny. Here's a look at those temperatures: 79 by Wednesday, 77 Thursday, warming up into the 80s by Sunday when that ridge will be overhead. Here's a look at the pattern going ahead into this next week. So low pressure system that brought in a lot of cold air this morning, 30s and upper 20s to Texoma, now off to the northeast. And we still see north winds today. They're going to be pretty light, though, this evening. Ridge of high pressure going to be continuing to build in by Wednesday, warming us up into the upper 70s. And then by Wednesday into Thursday, it's this cold front. It's a weaker one. It's going to be moving in during the day, Thursday morning through the afternoon. Could see a little bit more cloud cover, maybe going to see some low end rain chances, some drizzle mainly for northern portions of Texoma. I think most of us are going to stay dry, and then we're going to dry out for the rest of the week. That ridge is going to continue its slow trek off to the east. It will be overhead by Saturday into Sunday, and then we're tracking some southwest flow. That's when we transition to southwest flow. As that ridge moves off to the east, we'll see a low pressure system to the southwest. Then we start to see that southwest flow increase early into next week, and that gives us signal for possibly some low end severe weather threats going from April 15th through the 17th. Right now it's a low end because we are still a week out. Still have some details to iron out, but it does look like we could see a little bit of severe weather come beginning of next week, with more rain on the way for maybe the second half of April. Here's a look at the future sky forecast for Thursday. Not really going to see a whole lot of widespread rain, maybe just some drizzle, some lighter showers near Colgate, Atoka, Ada. The rest of us going to be dry and sunny for most of the days this next week. Here's a look at your Tuesday forecast. Clear skies to start out the day, a little bit warmer in the low 40s, upper 30s, 71 degrees by the afternoon. South winds return. That's going to bring in some warmer air into your Tuesday. A lot warmer air come your Wednesday. Here's a look at future wind gusts, though. They're going to be light tomorrow from the south, gusting up to 15, 20 miles per hour. Then come Wednesday, Thursday, could see gusts up to 30, 35. Some data suggest it be 30, 35 early in the morning Wednesday. I think most of the day it'll be between 20 and 25 for Wednesday through Thursday. And then here's a look at those morning temperatures for your Tuesday: low 40s, upper 30s. Some of us in the spots where notoriously get pretty cold, Bernieville, Sulphur, those places could get a little bit cooler than some of these temperatures. Tomorrow's high is going to be in the low 70s along I-35, 71 for Sherman, maybe some upper 60s towards the southeast. And here's a look at your 7-day. 71 degrees for your Tuesday, sunny skies continuing to warm up through the week, and then 80s on the way, 83 degrees for Sunday. Starting out the week next week in the low 80s. We'll have more details tonight on K10.